Hello, good evening. We're coming on late today because, of course, we had to attend to the midweek service at Living Hope Christian Center. So, if you followed us online during the service, I believe that you had a great time uh, taking in the lessons from the epistle of the Apostle Paul to the Ephesians. But it's time for the Becoming Fruitful Vine broadcast. And this evening, we're looking at lessons 38 and 39. Lesson 38 says create a mastermind group, and lesson 39 says become financially prudent. Be financially prudent. That's what lesson 39 says. If you're just joining us, this is the Becoming the Fruitful Vine broadcast series, and we are looking at lessons 38, create a mastermind group, and lesson 39, um, be, be financially prudent. All right. So we will get right on to the discussion, but I'd like for you to share, click the share button, share this broadcast with a friend, share this broadcast with someone you believe needs to become a fruitful vine. And I'm pretty sure that this will be a blessing to whoever that person is. It's key, uh, and it's important not to, you know, be selfish with these very important lessons that we're taking away from the series. What I'm doing right now is sharing it to more, platforms. I'd like for you to help me do that as well so that we can reach as many people as possible. All right. Now let's get right into the discussion. Lesson number 38. Lesson number 38. It says create a mastermind group. Okay. It has been emphasized over and over again in this series that you cannot work out your dreams alone. You cannot achieve a fruitful result from your dream except you work with a team. God created mankind to pair up for synergy and multiplication. All right? He didn't just create Adam, he paired him up with Eve. The two went out to multiply and populate the earth. Whatever you are engaged in, whatever it is that you are engaged in, cannot amount to any significant success if you have no team working with you. You need to have team members you train, team members that you sell the vision to, and they buy into it. Now, I decided to title it a mastermind group. This is deliberate because you can only work with a team whose members have the same mind towards the goal with you. Now, you cannot afford to have team members who are working at cross purposes with your vision. It is actually counterproductive in the long run to create two visions, and you will have division. All right. You need to have in place a team of members who can see the vision with you and bring to the table different perspectives, really, of how to advance the cause of that dream. So every team member comes with a unique characteristics. Each of these contributes positively to the growth of a venture, the progress of the dream, as long as the central purpose is not compromised in the mix of the different perspectives that are brought into the uh, mix. All right. Here are three key values to look out for in people when you're recruiting folks into your mastermind team, number one, vision orientation. Don't work with someone who is not vision oriented for his or her own life. Now, if someone has a mission in his life and sees in your team a platform to advance the cause of their vision eventually, they will work their nerves out to ensure the success of a team, because in the success of that team is the eventual actualization of their own dream. Okay? Now, passionate orientation is number two. You need to work with very passionate folks. You cannot afford to work with someone who is not driven by any passion. Some people are too lethargic. Some people are just simply, impassionate. Someone can have a vision, but without a passion, that vision will remain a dream. So you need to work with passionate people. Now, independent minded is number three. This may sound too far off the track, but it is a virtue every team member must possess. You cannot afford to work with someone who cannot think for himself or think for themselves. And since we're particularizing it on individuals that you're going to recruit, that person must think for himself or herself and have a different opinion to the point of voicing them out in team meetings and to you who is the convener of a vision or the project. Now, if you have to work with yes men, you will replicate only yourself in them without having a different view that may create a burst towards the growth in your vision. All right? Independent minded people are not necessarily disloyal people. Don't get me wrong. It means they have their minds and can easily speak up if the vision carries them off the track. Now, that is a good virtue, and you need to have these characteristics checked out on a constant basis as you try to build a mastermind team. All right? Now, lesson number 39 says be financially prudent. Finance is the soul of every venture, and it has to be handled with a great amount of prudence. All right? Every vision or venture needs money to keep it oiled and running with fruitfulness in view. A man of purpose who pursues it with diligence will in no time come into finance, and a lot of them too. Now, it is not possible to be vision oriented and diligent and be in want of money. The question is not whether you will have money or not. The challenge is if you have the capacity to manage the flood of money that comes your way. If your if your management of finance is flippant, money is like current and it will quickly flow away. So what do? You must build a system that ensures your finance has a way of returning and cycling around to keep your dream oiled. Don't allow monies to come into your life and have a permanent escape route without a system that makes it come back to you. Now, we will take a few of these things we have outlined as the basic requirement for you to create a mastermind team and discuss in the next few days. All right? So let us examine now a few things that you must practice to keep your finance properly oiled and properly managed. One, separate your personal finance from your organization's funds. Many people simply spend money they spend every single money that comes into their business organization without recourse to which is the firm's own or the one that is for them. Every venture you run should pay you a salary or an owner's allowance. Let it be part of your expenditure. That way, you will restrict your personal spending on the allowances you draw from the business. The results you will see at the end of a year will be amazing. Number two, on money management is spend less than you earn. Now, it is true that break even, a point where your income, covers your expenditure in business, takes time to attain. But it is important also to have it in mind always that you must always spend within your income. As your income grows, your expenditure can grow, but by all means, don't spend more than you earn, whether it's projected or real. Okay. Number three, ensure to always have a reserve in terms of savings. Now, having savings for your business and another savings for your personal income is very important. Strategic reserves are critical to the success in every life and venture. Now, where there is absolute dryness in income generation, your savings can come to the rescue. Now, these things are easier said than done, especially when it comes to finance. But you must be disciplined, you must be prudent, and ensure that you keep to the principle you have established. Ensure that the structure that you have created, is in play constantly. All right. So let us keep that in mind. In lesson 40, which is our lesson for tomorrow, the subject matter is always put God first. Lesson 41 says, breathe spiritually. You need to breathe spiritually. So we'll talk about those two lessons in our discussion for tomorrow. Don't miss it. And I would like for you to share the broadcast today, even before we leave the scene, uh, with your friends and with your loved ones. I have a special announcement for our outing on Friday. On Friday, we'll take a break from the series and host a discussion on nation building, your faith and nation building. All right, that's what we're going to do um, on Friday. And so I like for you to keep a date with us on Friday. We'll be having that special program, and it will be an amazing time. Okay, I am going to put that program on the screen, and I'm going to ask that you take note of it, ensure that you do not lose track. Okay, ensure that you do not lose track, ensure that you prepare yourself to be part of the uh, program that comes up on Friday. Okay, so I'm trying to put it on the screen so you can see. Um, I hope I can. Sometimes we have to be a little uh, concerned about how this technology works. Okay, I think you have it on your screen. Yeah, the place of faith in nation building. Straight talk about the Nigerian nation state. Okay, so I have as my guest on that Friday, August 20, 2021, Dr. Mo Madmo Paul. He'll be joining us from Abuja. It will be a Facebook Live program, and I believe that this will be a blessing to everyone. There is a need to discuss the place of faith in nation building, how that our faith has a role to play in national, affairs. So join me on Friday, 20th August 2021 by 9 p.m. I'll be sharing a conversation on this subject matter with my guest, Dr. Mo Madmo Paul. So that's basically the announcement for our program which comes up on Friday by 9 p.m. It's been a pleasure bringing this to you. Thank you for being with me tonight. I'm sorry that I came in late. Like I said, it's our midweek service today, and we had that before I came on air. So do have a lovely night, and I wish you a fruitful day tomorrow as you go out to your business and to your workplace. Stay out of trouble and stay safe. God bless you.